So, Cameron. Oh, he's back.
Yay! He made it.
Hey,
Sit down, everyone.
Welcome. Okay, I'm glad everyone here could make it to VC. That makes this a lot easier. I'm sad to see more people couldn't make it, but that's okay. A lot's going on right now in both worlds. I probably should have prepared a speech, but I kind of didn't, so we'll see how this goes. This is a big deal, what we're doing right now. It's a big deal, because a king has not been coronated in this nation in, I think, almost 5 years. Half the nation's lifetime. And there's good reason for that. We've been put in an interesting situation with Peter's departure following the Sombre War. Our kingship is selective, meaning the crown chooses its own host. The assessment of the people for their suitability as the heir was the responsibility of the one wearing the crown. It passed from head to head over the first half of the nation's life, each king worthy and great in his own right, and the worthiest there was at the time to hold it. But each king, in time, succumbed to its deceptively heavy weight and the trappings of the meta surrounding them. Until Brinton, who in that crucial moment in our nation's history identified Peter as the king for his actions in the end during the Sombre War, and he passed the crown to the end. And since that day no heir has there been. Until recently, no call for one. The nation remained locked in awe of the story, the rebirth of the city from the ashes, and the triumphant return of the king from the end. The sheer majesty of the story, the strange, unsettling nature of his departure. In all we did, we declared, "Hail the King," and the nation remained content and busy. Still under the savvy rule of the council, the elders of late classic. But now, the elders of the council have become a vast diaspora, occupying countries across the map. And the Crown Council become a veritable golden rectangle, and then a triangle. And with no physical king on Earth, the people began to clamor for one. A king like the other nations. It is true that kingship, earthly kingship, that is part of God's contract. And that it would not be out of the question if one suitable to serve as king to the nation were to arise. That the legacy of Peter could be carried on in another. One who lived up to his legacy and his story. One who strived to understand it, embody it, and live it. Not, well, that goes along with understanding it. Certain things you should strive for, and others you shouldn't. But the point is that since the monarchy was selective, we would need to be very selective indeed, since there is no king here to do the selecting. Peter did not name me king in his departure, but he did name me architect. That is the builder of his house. He is the foundation stone, and I built upon it. And when it came to the summit, there was no cornerstone to place upon it. And I thought, well, we'll just leave it then. We'll leave it empty as a reminder of what we are, where we come from, and who rules us. Over time, though, that was no longer enough for people. For the council, the elders, eventually even the citizenry, becoming disparate in their beliefs and cults arising that became embittered with one another and all became divided chaos. It has become clear to me throughout that the people do need an earthly king. And despite the fact that we must be very selective, one must eventually arise. And I'm very pleased to say that one has. We have been blessed with one worthy of king. And we have gathered here today to celebrate his coronation. But first, before we get to that, we need to bring in the disparate faiths together under one head, that they may no longer be disparate, that they may be in harmony and one, and go all together in one direction. Goat, please step forward. Will you carry the road sheep forward into the lands of the king? Will you carry the mark of Peter and his religion as one with him? I give you here this wreath of the road goat, that the cults that have arisen in this era of the Commonwealth may be unified on your head and no longer be embattled. Now, your procession before the last coronation. We must lead a parade around the tree. Seven times must she be encircled to enshrine the coronation. Where are those fireworks? Where are those flowers? Come on. Jeez. Where's that booze also? I lost count. How many are we at?
5.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, he's taking a victory lap. I love it.
He also didn't have food.
Yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful. The road goat wandered the road many a night and many a day, until he became weary and sleepy, and slept on the side of the road, for there was no place for him to lay his head. Oh, we probably should have done this at nighttime. Shit. Damn. Well, bang goes that idea. Anyway. Now. That you oh, where's that? Oh, where's that oil, Oak? What's not? Oh, okay. 1 second. Very sorry, very sorry. 1 second, I'll be right back. Oh, bugger. I guess you can't make splash drinks. That's a shame. That would make the most sense. Would you like to take your throne, sir? Road goat, anoint thyself with this oil. Having brought the religions of the Commonwealth under your head, I now pronounce you fit for sacrifice. Allow me to explain, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to explain. I am afraid many of you have misunderstood the story of our king quite badly. I was always here to answer questions, and I have answered many, for many. But there was only one who truly understood and who also carried it forth to the greatest possible extent. You see, Peter, even from the beginning,
advocated that people should be called what they are. That people earn their titles through their actions, and they do not receive titles in order to conduct action. There have been times where we experimented with titles, many times over the history of the nation, and many times they have gone badly. And that is okay. When that happens, we retract them back into the crown, and we try again, under the banner of the Commonwealth. We are free to do that, because we do not enshrine ourselves into arbitrary rules, and that is our way. You are what you do. You do not change what you are through your title. You receive your title based on what you are. Peter received the title of king because that's what he was. And the nature of his story speaks for itself. There is one who took it seriously from the beginning, one who strived to understand it, one who embodied its symbols, its suggestions about our world, who served him truly through serving his nation, who gave himself and his time to this server and this nation to build it up into what it is becoming now, which is something truly remarkable. There are many, many among us who have done extraordinary work to get where we are. Every single one of you, I give my deepest thanks for your efforts. Those who have dug roads and mined and built and written, conducted events, joined voice chat, those who have posted on the subreddit, who have welcomed new people into our fold and shown them around and taught them the basics. My deepest thanks to those of us who have been here on the ground doing the work of the nation, in the name of the nation, as Peter did. There is one among you who has outstandingly done that. And we will now see our king coronated. If you would follow me, please. Up. Just testing it. My king.
I am honored to take this crown and to lead the people of Commonwealth. I see a great strength in this people, and from my very first day, I have looked for the virtue that is here, and now I think I have found it. And because of this, I see it is a very valuable thing to be here and to take part. And what I want to do here is to give my best to continue in the legacy that the Commonwealth has had for all these years, to stand strong for the values despite the consequences which we might have to face, such as how Peter was willing to go months being pearled. And so for my part, I will give my best to endure through all the things which may come in order to lead this country in the way that it has always been going. It isn't always about having the greatest riches, but it's about having the greatest values and to show the world something unique about who we are in having a strong cultural emphasis, in knowing that we're here not to win, but we're here to enjoy the fellowship of each other and to share our creative ideas. But that does not exclude doing our best to succeed in the world and to have what we need to give us the tools in order to do the ideas that we have, and to defend ourselves against those who would see us burn. But those are very few, mostly just a few raiders. And that is because we are a peaceful people. But so I take this crown with great honor, and I am humbled to receive it. And I ask you, the people of CW, to come with me and come together, because it isn't the king that makes everything happen, but it is the people of Commonwealth. And so, again, I just say it is a great honor to be with you people and to be given leadership. But I believe in a leadership which is founded in servanthood, and so that he that serves is he that is greatest among the people.
Amen. Amen.
And I guess this would be a good time to sing. I have a song. I will tell you, in another world, I was also made king of a country, and during a hard time, I wrote a song for that country out of the passion that was in my heart, and they show the values that I have, and I think they reflect also the values of the Commonwealth. I did not write a song for the Commonwealth yet. It's a lot of work. But so I will sing this other song, and it's called Volstand is Free. And it was written at a time when there was another country that wished to oppress us, but we were a peaceful people. And so we just stood for the freedom that we always stood for. And so here it is. Volstand is a free people. Volstand is a free nation. Of the land, the sea, and the ground, we will always be our own. Never will we come under the heavy hand of Slovakia, against whom we will certainly stand. As a bird in the air who flies free, so are we upon the island of antiquity. Never will we back down, never will we be crushed. We will prosper in our land, and with it bless the whole world. Oh God, bless our land.
Glorious.
Now, to those that ran away in shock at what happened, I want you to know that despite what has happened, you are still totally safe and welcome
Absolutely.
in Commonwealth. And we do no shame to you. We would love to have you come along with us and continue this legacy of the kings of old from all the years past. This was simply to put things right. And as Ref was pointing out, the legacy of Peter is in actions and not in words. And these things, which could be deemed as cults, were not in the spirit of who we are in Commonwealth. I don't have much else to say, so
If I may, Your Majesty. Thank you.
yes.
Thank you for those words. There you have it, my people. We are once again a people with a king. Not like the other nations, but unique in our own right still. For we have a story to carry forward. An incredible story. And now we have a way to carry it forward. Under a king. And I hope it is clear now what it means to embody that story. It means not to seek titles, but to do. to do that which needs to be done. I bear no ill will for any deception that has occurred, and I love the story that we have told. It's truly incredible, and we have much more story to tell together as one people in harmony under a king that embodies the ethics that we intend to carry forward to the fullest extent. All of the people who believed that something else was going to happen today, they are still my brothers and sisters under the king, just like always, and we have work to do. But we simply cannot give the crown of the nation to someone who has barely ever logged on and not been involved in the nation really whatsoever. He received, I would like to point out, 3 titles already: Lord, Minister, what was the third one? Oh yeah, Patriarch. But still there was no doing, and that is where the pipeline was reversed. You do not receive the title in order to do. You do not do in order to receive the title either. You simply do for its own sake and for the nation. And if you do that, you are embodying the king. But he also, our king also did not wish to be crowned. He did not ask to be crowned. He simply embodied the king, and therefore was crowned. And the fact that he did not seek it is part of that embodiment. He who would see himself crowned should never be. However, we are still all free in this land to do precisely that which we wish. And we will fight for that right, if we must. But hopefully we don't need to. Until that day comes, let us work together in order to continue the work that we have started. We are building something truly great. When I started this nation, I vowed I would not rule it, that I would serve the king, and no less, no more and no less. And that is all that I can ask of any of you as my brothers and sisters under the king. Thank you for coming.